Hello and welcome back to a new outdoor adventure. Today is a bike maintenance day or bike upgrade. I have with me here my Polygon Siskiu T7 and I'm gonna upgrade the rear shock to a new Fox Float X Performance Ultimate. So let's first take a look at this shock. So first I take a look at the existing shock. So this is a Deluxe Select Plus 210 by 55 millimeter shock. It's a pretty basic shock. It has a firm position, it has rebound here, so that's pretty much it. And I decided to upgrade with the Fox. So this is the Fox. This is the Fox Float X. It comes with a Float X tuning guide. It comes with a manual, installation and everything, and this is the shock. Let's see. Alright, so Float X Performance Elite, so not Ultimate, Elite. It has a low speed compression. This is a rebound, so low speed compression, rebound, and it comes from, it's a 210 by 55. I don't know what. So the shock is 210 by 55. It has a 0.4 spacer, probably default. So from the shipping, it comes with two bushings. All of them comes the same, but the bike has its own frame hardware. So I'm gonna have to take off the hardware from the Rockshox and just install it on this shock. So first thing first, I'm gonna take off the shock from the bike. So in order to take off the shock, I tied the wheel with some zip ties to the upper post because the rear triangle is gonna fall down. And this shock is it has a 6 millimeter bolt on one side and 5 millimeter on the other side, so I'll have to do it from both sides. So I'm gonna do this side first. I'm gonna pop it out and then I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, so the hardest part is taking off the old hardware from the old shock and put it to the new shock. So I wanted to order the hardware from the Fox, but I saw a video that you can actually use the old hardware, so I decided to actually use the old hardware. Alright, so the back is done. See, the rear triangle stays here. So it seems like there is some washers. Don't lose it. Okay, so it looks like both are the same. So now that I took this off, I'm gonna pop it from here. So this is it. So here you go. This is the old shock. I'm gonna clean it a little bit so we can see it better. So these bushings should come out easily. You can put your finger under. Okay, so this is one, and This is 2. Okay. Alright, so that's good. And then I'm gonna have to take this part out and the white bushing inside. So top should be the same. Let's see if I can pop this out. Yeah, so one finger here. Alright, they look the same. So if you cannot do it with one finger, put like a very thin blade in there. So all is done. And now it's time to go to the vise, and I have to pop this out, and I understand this is a 4. So if I put this through here, oh, fits perfectly. So we'll go through. So I'm going to push this with the vise in on that side. I'm going to have a countermeasure here, and I understand that the one in there, the white bushing, is a 10. So we'll see at the vise how that goes, and we'll push that out and then put it on the new shock. Okay, so I'm back inside on the vise. So I have a socket. I don't know what it is, but it has this indent here. So basically I put it through here and it stops, and it doesn't, it's exactly the size of this bushing that goes through. And I have another socket which is a 15, but I think I need a deeper socket than this, because that I needed to go in there. So that's one. So that goes through perfect. So now let me take off this one too. So basically what I did, I used this first. I started with the socket, but then I will continue with just a piece of cardboard, so I don't damage the eyelet of the shock. So then it starts going pretty smoothly. And that's the second one. Alright, so that's done. Now I'm gonna have to check what is the size of this. Okay, so the way I'm thinking of figuring out what I need to get the other bushing off, what size of the socket. I'm gonna take from the new shock the bushing off, and I'm gonna see what socket goes through the eyelet. Okay, so I have this is 11. Okay, 11 doesn't go through. So on the internet somebody said a 10. So let me take a 10. Okay, so it looks like 10 goes through. Alright, so update. Managed to take out the inner bushing from the eyelet. So what I used, so I found a socket holder. It goes through just a bit through the eyelet, just to start this going through, and then I used the 10 once it went through a little bit and push it into that little thing. So let's do the other side. I'm going to show you. So this stays here. Use this here. Okay. Open it. Okay. And start pushing. Goes hard at the beginning. Okay, and now this stops, and that thing is not all the way out, so taking a 10, which is longer, to actually push it all the way in, and that's it. And the bushing is in here now. So basically this is the harder part, and the easier part comes now. Have to push this through here, both of them, but this is easier. You just push it here, put like a wooden block, and a wooden block on the other side, and just push this in into the new one. So there you have it. Okay, and let me take this out too. And put the other one in. There you have it. So this is the most difficult part, taking out the old hardware out, but yeah, that's it. And now it's just a matter of pushing this in and the second one and installing the new shock. Alright, so we put this bushing that goes through the inner one, so that went easier. I did the top one, so I'm going to show you how I did the top one. I did the bottom one. So basically I just started with this. It should go easy. So I just started with this, until it stops on the other side. It will stop in the other wood block, and then I'm using one of these sockets. Basically open it again. And now the tricky part is to put it to be both sides on the same. So looks pretty much the same, but what I did, I used the metric key, electronic, and I'm measuring one side. Okay, so this side has 0.263, and turning on the other side, which is a little bit smaller. And this is 2.12, so I'm gonna have to push it just a tiny more on this side. Okay, now I'm gonna measure again. It has to be on the same, has to be equal. So I'm gonna measure again. Let's see. I'm gonna make this big and hot. 2.4. I think I have to do a little bit more. 2.48. Okay. Both sides. So now just the outer bushings and install, and that's it. So let's go back to the bike and install this. Before putting the shock in, don't forget to put this sleeves like I did. So both sides. Okay, yeah, so don't forget that, which is a pretty important one. So now lift this again. Okay. And the same on the front. Alright, so the shock is in, bushings are in, sleeves, everything. So I'm gonna set this up to 12 Newton meters on my park tool. So this is 12, and I'm gonna tighten this to the 12. I'm gonna change this so it can come on this side. Living in a busy city. Oh my god, so many airplanes, cars. Okay, 12 and another 12. Okay, all right, so now time to set up this shock. You either go to your shock guide and it's gonna tell you how to set up the sag. So sag, they're saying it's between 25 to 30%. 30% is more plush, 25 is more firm, so depends what you want. And the tuning guide, they also give you a tuning guide here. There is also a tuning guide on the Rockshox.com sag setup, so you can use that one. One thing that Fox doesn't do, and Rockshox does, it's they putting this on the shock. So you see the sag 20, 30, 40%. It's right here. With the Fox you have to measure it, so that's why I have my measuring tool. Yeah, so I will set this up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope this was useful, and if it was, please subscribe and